Welcome back to Joyful Clicks. Today we're diving into the thrilling world of bank heists. We're talking about the biggest, most daring, most unbelievable scores in history. Buckle up, because these stories are going to blow your mind. We're going to journey around the globe, from the streets of London to the beaches of Brazil, uncovering the secrets behind these incredible heists. We'll meet the masterminds, uncover their ingenious plans, and witness the jaw-dropping moments that unfolded. Get ready for unbelievable twists, incredible escapes, and millions upon millions of dollars on the line. This is the real deal, guys. Let's jump right into the action. Imagine this. It's 2005, Fortaleza, Brazil. The sun is shining, the beaches are packed, and the city is alive with energy. Amidst this vibrant backdrop, a group of criminals are about to pull off one of the most audacious heists in history. Their target, the Banco Central, Brazil's version of the Federal Reserve, a place where unimaginable wealth is stored. Now, these guys weren't messing around. They rented a property nearby and, get this, spent 3 months digging a 256-foot tunnel. That's longer than a football field, people. Just imagine the sheer effort and planning that went into this. They even put in air conditioning and lighting to make their underground journey a little more comfortable. Talk about dedication. This wasn't just a hole in the ground. It was a well-engineered passage. The tunnel led them right into the bank's vault, where they managed to snag over 3.5 tons of Brazilian currency. That's right, tons. It was worth an estimated $70 million, making it one of the biggest bank heists in history. Imagine the sheer volume of cash they had to move. Can you imagine the looks on their faces when they finally broke through into that vault? It must have been a mix of disbelief and exhilaration. It must have been like something out of a movie. The tension, the excitement, the sheer audacity of it all. But here's the craziest part. They almost got away with it. The authorities were completely in the dark. The authorities were completely clueless until a few days later when someone noticed some of the money had been dumped because it was covered in, wait for it, termites. I guess even criminals have to deal with pests. Imagine the frustration of seeing your hard-stolen cash being eaten away by termites. Even though some of the gang were caught, the masterminds behind the operation were never found. They vanished without a trace. The stolen money, never recovered. It's as if it disappeared into thin air. It's a mystery that continues to baffle authorities to this day. How did they manage to pull it off so seamlessly? This heist is a testament to human ingenuity, audacity, and maybe a little bit of luck. It shows just how far people will go for a shot at riches. It's a story that proves that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. The sheer scale and boldness of this heist make it a tale for the ages. Let's rewind the clock to 1963, England. Picture this. A foggy morning, a Royal Mail train speeding through the countryside, and a gang of 15 robbers with a plan that would make history. This, my friends, is the story of the Great Train Robbery. Now, these weren't your average crooks. They were a mix of career criminals and even some upper-class folks, all led by the infamous Bruce Reynolds. They tampered with the track signals, forcing the train to stop at a secluded spot. The train driver, Jack Mills, was struck with a metal bar, an injury that sadly affected him for the rest of his life. It's a dark side to the story, a reminder that these heists weren't just victimless crimes. But back to the action. The robbers made off with 120 mail bags filled with cash, a staggering 2.6 million pounds at the time. That's over $70 million in today's money. They hid out in a farmhouse, dividing the loot and living it up like rock stars. But their luck didn't last forever. Fingerprints at their hideout led to their capture, and most of the gang ended up behind bars. Still, the legend of the Great Train Robbery lives on, inspiring books, movies, and even a few copycat heists. It's a story that captures the imagination, a daring raid that challenged the establishment and left its mark on history. Chapter 3. The Hat and Garden Heist. The Golden Oldies Strike Back. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next heist is one for the books. It's a tale of audacity, cunning, and a touch of nostalgia. It's 2015, London's Diamond District, Hat and Garden, a place bustling with activity where the glitter of jewels is a common sight. A group of elderly criminals, some in their 60s and 70s, decided to prove that age is just a number. These seasoned veterans of the criminal world had a plan that would make even the youngest crooks envious. These guys were like the Ocean's 11 of retirement homes. With their sharp suits and sharper minds, they were ready to take on the challenge. They used their lifetime of experience to pull off a heist that shocked the world. Their meticulous planning and teamwork were nothing short of extraordinary. They broke into the Hat and Garden Safe Deposit Company, a place thought to be impenetrable. The vault was considered one of the most secure in the country. They spent days drilling through a concrete wall over the Easter weekend, avoiding security cameras and alarms like pros. Their patience and precision were remarkable. They even used a heavy-duty drill they nicknamed the Hilti talk about commitment. This tool became a symbol of their determination and ingenuity. The result? They got away with an estimated 14 million pounds. That's $20 million in jewels, cash, and valuables. It was a haul that dreams are made of. It was the biggest burglary in England's history at the time. The audacity and scale of the heist captured the public's imagination. The media had a field day with this one, calling them the Diamond Geezers and the Bad Grandpas. Headlines were filled with stories of their daring escapade. But just like any good heist story, there's a twist. The plot thickened as the investigation unfolded. One of the ringleaders, a man named Brian Reeder, used his real name on a taxi application form. This simple mistake would prove costly. Talk about a rookie mistake. It was a slip-up that led the authorities straight to them. Most of the gang was caught, but some of the loot was never recovered. The mystery of the missing valuables added another layer to the story. It's a story that proves that you're never too old to pull off an epic heist. The Golden Oldies showed the world that age is no barrier to ambition and adventure. Chapter 4. The Northern Bank Robbery. A Christmas heist for the books. Get ready for a Christmas heist story like no other. It's December 2004, Belfast, Northern Ireland. The holidays are in full swing, but a group of robbers have something else on their minds. A daring raid on the Northern Bank headquarters. Now, this wasn't just any robbery. The robbers went to extreme lengths to ensure their success. They kidnapped the families of 2 bank officials, holding them hostage to guarantee cooperation. Can you imagine the pressure those bank officials must have been under? It's a chilling reminder of the high stakes involved in these heists. On Sunday evening, while most people were enjoying their Christmas festivities, the bank officials were forced to help the robbers access the bank's vault. They made off with a whopping 26.5 million pounds, a record haul at the time. The robbery sent shockwaves through Ireland and beyond. It was a brazen attack, meticulously planned and executed with ruthless efficiency. The police launched a massive investigation, but the robbers seemed to have vanished into thin air. To this day, no one has been convicted of the Northern Bank robbery. The case remains one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in Irish criminal history. It serves as a reminder that even with advanced security measures, no bank is entirely immune to the cunning of determined criminals. Chapter 5. The BrinksMat Robbery, the gold standard of heists. Fasten your seatbelts because we're heading to 1983 for a heist that's pure gold, literally. Picture this. Heathrow Airport, London, the heart of international travel. A group of robbers are about to pull off one of the most audacious heists in British history. Their target? The BrinksMat warehouse, a fortress of security guarding a treasure trove of gold bullion. They were expecting to find cash, but they stumbled upon something even more valuable. 6,800 gold bars, diamonds, and cash worth a staggering 26 million pounds at the time. That's over $93 million today. Imagine the sheer weight and value of that much gold. It was the biggest robbery in the world at the time, and it sent shockwaves through the world of security and finance. The audacity and scale of the heist were unprecedented. The robbers, led by a notorious criminal named Brian Robinson, thought they'd hit the jackpot. They believed they had pulled off the perfect crime. But little did they know, they'd bitten off more than they could chew. The complexities of their plan began to unravel almost immediately. You see, stealing the gold was the easy part. The real challenge was yet to come. Getting rid of it, well, that was a whole different story. The robbers had to find ways to launder the gold without drawing attention. The sheer volume of gold made it incredibly difficult to move and sell without attracting attention. Every step they took was fraught with risk. The robbers tried to melt it down, but their efforts left a trail of evidence that eventually led the police right to their doorstep. The forensic investigation was relentless. The BrinksMat robbery became a tangled web of crime involving murder, money laundering, and a cast of characters straight out of a gangster film. The story grew more complex with each passing day. It's a story that proves that even the most meticulously planned heists can unravel in the most unexpected ways. The aftermath was a sobering reminder of the perils of crime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these incredible heist stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more thrilling content. We dove into the world of daring robberies, met cunning criminals, and witnessed unbelievable scores. From digging tunnels to hijacking trains, these stories prove that truth can be stranger than fiction. What was your favorite heist? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.